I'm Steve Ioannou. I'm 38 years old. I grew up in Townsville, North Queensland.
What are you doing, Steve? Get out of there!
Steve to the rescue!
I started bolting routes fairly early on in my climbing career. There was a lot of unclimbed rock around and I wanted to try it, so pretty much for most of that 25 years we've been into developing and bolting. A couple scattered around the world here and there, but mostly in Townsville. There's a lot of variety really close to town. Mt Stuart, which is granodiorite with really nice flakes and small pockets. Frederick's Peak, a little further out of town. It's intrusive rhyolite, really amazing features, bullet hard, marble-like rock, incredible pockets and steep terrain. The Magnetic Island's a really nice area, thousands of granite boulders and really pristine tropical beaches. I didn't know Doug Hockley personally, but I know he spent a few years in Townsville in the late 90s. He also put out a guidebook in '99, and that guidebook became one of my main sources of inspiration when I first started climbing in the early 2000s. Doug had wrote that he left a partially bolted open project up a black streak on Colorado Wall. The grade that he gave it was 34. Although it looked like it was going to be pretty tough, it definitely wouldn't be 34, thankfully. I started working on it, approaching NQ summer, and the humidity came in and put a stop to that. Friction pretty much goes to zero and it's super hard to make any progress on a hard route. So I started again around August 2024.
Did you do any specific training for the route?
I was up there with a tape measure, worked out the distances and the relative size of the holes, managed to model that on the home wall, which really helped. One long crux move, about 20 attempts on its own from the ground, was a real stopper, so that was a really good one to get solved.
Can you talk us through the moves of the climb?
So it's relatively straightforward. For the first 5 bolts, you follow like a flared seam, just with one long move at the end. From there you get a quick shakeout on a decent little slot and then it's pretty much on from there. So you set up with a decent right hand crimp, really delicate toe way out left, around a left side pull. From there you make a big throw to a half pad edge. So just getting that single move from the ground was the biggest challenge for me. It was a real stopper. From there you step through and up to a really terrible right pinch. Set your feet, then bump to a 3-finger edge. You get a really high foot and slap for a flat edge out to the right. You then balance off that with a big left flag and stretch up to a thin flake and finally a couple of reasonable pockets. One more reachy move to a good sloper alongside the anchor.
How did it feel when you clipped the anchors?
A little surprised because with that style of route you never quite know when it's going to come together, but also pretty relieved and happy that it was done. Woo! The name of the route, like I said, I didn't know Doug personally. In the online world, like the Crag and the old Chalkstone forum, his nickname was Doug Lash. Have a lash to just include a part of that nickname in there, and it's also a bit of a shout out to people to get out and have a go at the route because hard routes in North Queensland don't get the attention that I think they deserve.
What's your favorite aspect of rock climbing?
I think it is the new routing. It's exploring and finding a line and discovering that it's possible, basically making something out of nothing. This is the sort of rubbish that I don't think about. I just climb.